And so, Aaron, man, talk us a little bit more about what you maybe got next for us.
Yeah, I'm fighting in the PFL Grand Prix in the middleweight division. My fight is going to be April 18th in Orlando.
Very nice. So now talk to us a little bit more about training and, how things are kind of going for your upcoming matchup.
Yeah, training's good. I'm down in Florida right now at Kill Cliff, obviously one of the top gyms in the world. Tons of high-level guys here, UFC, PFL, lots of every different weight class. I think certain days there's like 75 guys on the mat, so it's crazy. It's a sick atmosphere to be in. My home gym is Niagara Top Team in close to Niagara Falls, Canada. I'm going back there actually next week for a couple of weeks to train with my coach back home and some of my teammates there and just visit family and whatever. And then going to come back down to Florida, finish up camp here, and then just head up to Orlando from here.
Very nice. That definitely sounds like a good time. No doubt about it. Now, you've been fighting for the PFL for a little bit now. I mean, how do you kind of like fighting for the promotion?
Actually, I was Bellator up until like
Yeah.
the recent merger.
Right.
Honestly, not much has changed, man. I like Bellator a lot. Like since the merger, like there was kind of some um, like unknown area for a bit. I didn't really know what was going on, if they were going to put me in the tournament, or if I was going to get released or what. But no, I'm happy to be in the Grand Prix. It's a good opportunity. So yeah, I'm just excited to get it all started.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important. I'm definitely glad you're in the Grand Prix. And speaking about MMA, I mean, what are maybe kind of your goals that you have right now for MMA at the moment?
I kind of set like short-term goals. Like I could say I want to win the Grand Prix or be a two-division champ or whatever. But I mean, I have one fight ahead of me right now, and that's the most important thing on my mind. Training for a specific guy, April 18th. I just need to win this fight and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important, no doubt about it. And obviously, you've trained with Sean Strickland for a while now. Eric Nixick, he made those comments about Sean Strickland about like his training and whatnot. Now he's not going to be cornering him. What do you kind of think about all this kind of stuff that went down?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of shitty. I think people like to take stuff out of context a little bit and make clickbaity things. I didn't watch the full interview, so I don't think I can like fully comment on it. But I also saw Eric went back and kind of apologized and said he was out of line for saying what he said. Um, Sean's an interesting guy, so I'm not 100% sure how their relationship is, but yeah, I don't know. It's between them, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's worked out.
Another thing I was curious about, obviously, you fought a lot of beasts as well too, kind of like Sean Brady, Austin Vanderford, a bunch of those guys. Now, I was curious, would you be interested in maybe doing like CFFC grappling, maybe against Andre Petrosky or Sean Brady, kind of run back those rematches in the future?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if they have guys on those shows from outside of UFC or from Fight Pass Promotions. I don't know if they want to invite PFL athletes onto those Fight Pass shows. So, I mean, yeah, if the opportunity came up, for sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point when it comes to that stuff. No doubt about it. Now, when it comes to these like guys I mentioned that you're kind of fighting, like there's so many beasts, like I mentioned, like even Kaio and Brendan Allen. I mean, what's it kind of like watching them in the UFC? Is it kind of bittersweet? I mean, what do you kind of think about watching these guys?
It's cool, man. It's cool to know that I've shared the cage with like some of the best guys in the world. Um, like three of the guys who beat me are like top 15, top 10 in the UFC right now. So it's cool. I mean, like it sucks to lose, but to see the guys you've lost to go on to do like very good things in the sport, it's good. I mean, if you lost to some guy who then lost his next like 10 fights, you'd be like, wow, I lost to like a fucking can, So to see the guys like do very good things, it's cool.
Yeah, no, not even just the losses. I mean, like I said, like Austin Vanderford and even Andre Petrosky. I mean, those guys, they're having some good runs as well too in the UFC. Now, with you being in the PFL, is the UFC maybe a goal of yours in the future, or do you think kind of PFL is going to be your home long term?
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm kind of taking things one step at a time. I have a fight in front of me. I have the Grand Prix tournament in front of me. So it's pretty hard to look past that when I could have like three fights in the next few months. So I'll take care of business there first, and then we can see what happens after.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's definitely important. Now, when it comes to the PFL, I mean, how active do you kind of want to be in 2025?
So if things go as planned with the Grand Prix, I'll be fighting three times in like I don't know, 5 or 6 months. Like they moved along pretty quickly. First fight would be April, and then June, and then August if I keep winning. So the plan will be to fight 3 times by August.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome for sure, man. Now, when it comes to the PFL, I mean, is there maybe any dream locations on maybe where you'd want to fight in the future?
I like fighting in North America. I don't really like traveling overseas. It kind of adds like other hiccups into everything, like there's time changes, there's travel, different country, different food, all this stuff. So, um, yeah, I just like fighting in North America. I mean, if it's somewhere I can drive to, that's like best case scenario for me. Just like throw my shit in the van and drive over. I love that.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds pretty cool for sure. Now, when it comes to traveling, I mean, do you like to do any of that during your free time at all?
I do it for training camp often. So, like I said, I'm in Florida right now. So, I drive down here a few times a year. Me and my girlfriend. It's like a 20-hour drive. So we pack up, hit the road for a couple days, see some shit along the way. So I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds pretty cool for sure, man. Now, you mentioned you're training in Florida. I mean, who are maybe some of the best training partners to make you the best version of you?
So I've been training with Brendan Allen a bunch. I mean, he just fought recently, so I'm sure he's taking a little break. But I was training with him a lot. I've been with Logan Storley pretty often in the gym, PFL fighter, former Bellator champ. Impa, he's in the same tournament as me, same weight class, but we're still training together. He's one of my main training partners here. Um, Christian Eccles, he's a good up and coming pro fighter. I've been getting in work with him. Um, there's always going to be some guys that I miss. Like I said, the gym is full of like top level guys. There's so many of them. So it's just a good atmosphere.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important that you have a good atmosphere, no doubt about it. Now, speaking about good vibes, man. I mean, your hair, man. Talk us a little bit more about that mullet. How long you been kind of growing it out?
It's been a while, man. I think it's probably been like 4 years now. I just did it as a joke at the beginning. Like my hair was pretty long and it was kind of getting in the way when I was training, getting in my eyes and shit. I thought it would be funny to do a mullet for like a fight or two, maybe.
Yeah.
And then after the couple fights, it was like all the commentary was talking about it. It was like getting traction on social media. So I kept it, and it became my brand kind of. So I mean, it's like career suicide at this point to cut it. So I'm stuck with it for now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, man. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people know you for that. And what about the stash, man? How long you been growing that thing out for? How long you had that?
Probably around the same amount of time. It's been maybe like 5 years.
Wow.
It was a Movember thing. Like the guys grow out the mustache for Men's Health in November, and mine was like so shitty for like 5 years in a row. Like I couldn't grow any hair on my face, and then the one year it actually came in like half decent, and I was like, sick. I have a mustache now. I'm gonna keep this, and I pretty much haven't cut it since.
That's awesome, man. That definitely sounds pretty sick, no doubt about it. Now, obviously, you're a beast and whatnot in the cage, but what do you kind of like to do outside the cage when you're not in there training and fighting?
Not much, man. Like especially during training camp, I'm like so tired all the time. A lot of my free time is like dedicated to resting, like eating and sleeping pretty much. Um, like I said, my girlfriend's down here in Florida with me, so we'll go out and like get some food or go to the beach and that kind of stuff once in a while. But most things are pretty low key at this point.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It definitely makes sense. Now, when it comes to training and whatnot, I mean, what do you kind of like to do for your strength and conditioning to kind of get prepared?
I don't do any strength and conditioning. I get asked about that a lot, and people are very surprised to hear me say that. But yeah, if I'm training, it's going to be like time on the mats, whether it's like grappling, wrestling, sparring, hitting mitts, bag work, whatever. But no, I don't lift any weights or run or any of that stuff.
Why is that? Are you like against that, or why do you not do that?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm against it. I just think skill development is more important. I think like hard wrestling and sparring are cardio and strength and conditioning kind of combined. Um, and yeah, if I'm gonna put like time and energy into training, for me, I think it's better time spent on the mats, like learning or refining skills.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty interesting. Now, you've been like this your entire career?
No, when I first started, I was like more into it. I wasn't like I wouldn't say it was like super like sports specific or like regimented or anything, but there would be like conditioning class for the pro fighters, and I would go to that like once a week. It's probably been, I don't know, maybe like 3, 4, 5 years since I've kind of cut it out.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That's
Yeah.
definitely interesting for sure, man. No doubt about it. Now, when it comes to your MMA career, man, I mean, obviously, you still have a lot of time left, but I mean, how would you kind of like to be remembered in MMA when you're all said and done?
Um, it's a good question. That's a big picture question. Um,
Fair enough.
I mean, like at the end of the day, like I mean, fans don't remember like fighters all that much unless you're like one of the ultimate like goats. I mean, like GSP or something like that. But if you pick a guy that was in the UFC like 5, 7 years ago that is now retired, most people don't really remember who this guy is, or like there isn't too much of a legacy. So I think being remembered by like my teammates and training partners and coaches and stuff is probably more important. Um, and I would like to be remembered as a guy that was like a hard worker, respectful, um, did the right thing all of the time or most of the time, and helped out his teammates.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds like a great way to be remembered, no doubt about it. And when it comes to life outside of MMA, I mean, would you ever consider maybe opening up an MMA gym or something like that in the future? I know, again, it's something long term.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I'll stay involved in the sport, but I I'm not super interested in coaching like teams. Like I'll run like a pro practice back home like once a week. But for me, coaching like a team practice is not really my jam. I like coaching guys one on one and like working with guys individually and sparring and wrestling with them and helping them out that way. But no, I don't think I'm a guy that can run a team.
Fair enough. No, that's definitely a good perspective for sure. Now, when it comes to the gym and training yourself, I mean, what are the vibes like? What kind of music do you like to listen to when you're in there training?
I'm a big punk rock guy, and lately a lot of like ska punk.
Okay, okay, very nice. So, do you
Yeah.
ever hit any concerts or anything like that during your free time?
Not too often. I'd say maybe like once a year. I've been looking at some stuff down here, like in Florida recently, and there is some like punk and ska concerts that I want to check out. So, if anything like lines up good with like fight dates, if it comes after a fight, I'd be interested in that.
Okay, okay, fair enough. So, what's maybe some of your favorite songs you like to listen to when you're in there training?
Um, I'll name some bands. Do you know Less Than Jake? They're a good ska band that I like.
I don't know them.
Operation Ivy. I like Pennywise, NoFX, Rancid, like this kind of skate punk music.
Nice, nice. That's definitely some pretty cool stuff for sure. Now, one thing about me is I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I've been teaching for about 6 years now, and I got a bunch of guys
Nice.
in my gym. What advice would you give to those guys in my gym to keep on coming in and to get better and better every class?
Just work hard, man. I think that's like the bottom line in this sport is you got to be consistent, work hard, show up to practice, listen to your coaches, help your teammates, like take advice from people that you trust. Um, yeah, that's it, man. It's like the consistency adds up over time.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's important for sure. Now, you posted a picture with GM3 on your Instagram story, and he just got a fight announced with Brad Tavares. I mean, how do you think that fight kind of goes down?
I think if GM3 can implement his game plan and get it to the ground, I think he can get another sub on his record for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely think he definitely can get another big win for sure, man. And Aaron, man, it's been awesome, man, having you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time. What's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
Check out the PFL Grand Prix tournament. I think they have like 8 weight classes now, a bunch of super high level fighters. They're having events like very often throughout the spring and summer. So check that out.
Yeah, no, we're definitely ready to check it out, Aaron. And again, man, thank you so much for taking the time. It means a lot to me. And best of luck in your upcoming bout, my man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.